3 acting lessons from home. That's what this video is going to give you, ways that you can go and actually practice your acting from the comfort of your own home at your own personalized and designed pace. Because truthfully, a lot of actors come from different backgrounds. Maybe you can't afford acting classes right now. Maybe you want to add on to what you're already doing with your acting, or maybe you just need to learn some lessons that you've never heard before. We're going to be talking about those today with 3 specific lessons that you can do from the comfort of your own home today, right after this video. So the first thing we have to talk about is the concept and the idea of listening. So if you've ever been to an acting class before, you've probably heard this concept. Hey, you got to make sure you're listening. Listen to the other person that you're looking at, which is great. That's awesome. But the problem is when you're in an acting class, nobody actually tells you how to listen nor how to practice your listening skills. It's kind of like if I gave you a basketball and I said, okay, hey, we're going to go to the basketball court every single day and you got to go and throw that ball into the net. So you're going there and you're going great, and we're there every single day for an hour. But what you do is you try to throw the ball into the net, but I give you no details. I don't tell you how to throw the ball, how to hold the ball, how to go and look at the net. I give you nothing, but I say, hey, you gotta go and throw that ball into the net. Well, that's the same thing as me being an actor saying, hey, you gotta go and listen, but not telling you nor teaching you how to actively go and listen. So here's how we can actually go and get better at listening as actors. The reason that we're bad at it today as a population is because habitually we do not practice listening to other people. If you go to the mall right now or you're standing in line anywhere, what do you see? You see everybody holding their phones, looking down like this. Nobody's communicating anymore. When I talk to my grandparents and I ask them, hey, what was it like when you were standing in line before when you were a teenager? My grandparents didn't have phones. So they had to go and do what? They had to talk to the people around them. They were always talking. They were always listening because that's what they just did. But today, we don't do that. We avoid it because it's uncomfortable because we don't know the people around us. So what we do to go and hide from everybody else, if we go and we look at our phones and we just spend all of our time doing this, but we don't actively connect with the people in front of us anymore. What we have to do if you want to build your listening skills more, the easiest thing you can do is take your phone, put it away, put it in your pocket. The next time you go to a party, the next time you're standing in line, the next time you're doing anything and you feel that urge to pull out your phone, don't pull it out and see what happens. See, how do you feel? Maybe you feel somewhat uncomfortable, but you're gonna be forced to interact. You won't just always be standing there and doing nothing. It will force you to start to interact with people. And the more you start interacting, the better you'll get at your listening skills, because when we're acting, all we're trying to do is bring reality into a scene. When we put a camera in front of us, we just want it to be real. We don't want it to be fake or artificial. The second acting lesson you're gonna get is asking the question why. So if I was gonna go and buy, say, your parent a present, and then you also have to go and buy them a present, who's gonna buy them a better one? You or me? Probably you. If I'm gonna go and talk to your best friend, who's gonna have a better conversation with them? Me or you? Probably you. Why is that though? Is it because you have so many more magical skills than I do? No, not at all. It's because you know them better than me. This is parallel to our acting because the more you know your characters, the better you will perform them. The only way we can start to know more about our characters is going through and doing our text analysis research. One of the easiest things that you can do for yourself is using the word why and repeating it 5 times. And here's what I mean. When you have a character and they have a line of I love you, ask yourself 5 times why they're saying that. Why is this person saying I love you? Because they found someone that touches their heart like nobody else did. Why is that the case? Because they had a lot of past relationships that never worked out. Why did they never work out? Well, they never worked out because this person always wanted to seek validation instead of following their own heart. Okay, why did they believe that? Well, because they came from a broken family, and in their family, there was never love that was there. Why did that happen? Well, it's been a generational thing from the dad because he had alcoholism and his grandfather had alcoholism, and then it spread all the way down into this generation. When you go through and you ask these questions of why each time, you start to build a deeper connection and understanding of your characters. Can you go more than just 5 iterations of asking the question of why? Yes, you can, but 5 is a pretty good number, and you can get a really good understanding from your characters by just going through that process. Now, you can do this for a lot of different things, and what we just did is we did it with the line, I love you, and then we asked why 5 different times. We can also do the same thing with clothing. Okay, your character is going and wearing a nice leather jacket. Well, why are they doing that? Are they doing that because it's the crowd they hang out with? Are they doing it because they want to go and impress the girl of their dreams? Are they wearing it because they stole the jacket? Answering those questions of why, each one builds a different path for your character and a different understanding. Again, the more we know our characters, the better we perform them. Again, just like the more you know your friend, the better interactions you have with them, the more you know your characters, the better interactions you have playing them. Now, the third acting lesson from the comfort of your own home to do is to play with just one line. Don't get a whole big chunk of text, pick one line and play with that line in many different ways. And we can pick the simplest line in the world. Let's say the line was, I went to the park. That's a very simple line, nothing special to it, but how can you play with that line? And I'm really talking about playing with it, especially if you're a new actor and you're trying to get out of your shell and you just need to go and start acting. Play with that simple line in many different ways. You can play it with an accent. There was a time that I went to the park. You can play it with an emotion. There was a time that I went to the park. You can play it with an attitude. There was a time that I went to the park. You can play it with a crazy voice. There was a time that I went to the park. There are so many different things that you can do in order to play with your lines that it makes you a better actor because you're getting used to playing. And all those different voices, all those different characters, attitudes, and emotions that I was playing, those are different characters that I could go and play depending on what the project was. Maybe one works a little bit better for Disney Channel. One works a little bit better for HBO. One works a little bit better with voiceover. Either way, what I'm doing as an actor is I am playing. I'm pretending, because at the end of the day, what we're doing as actors is that we're playing, we're pretending, we're supposed to be having fun. So if you can pick one line, simple line, it could be any line at all, play with that line in many different ways and see how it feels and have fun with it as you're doing it. So I hope you all like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you stay up to date with everything, because we're posting 2 videos a week now. And if you want to join our acting community, take your acting to the next level, our 10-hour acting masterclass is always going to be down in the description down below and also in the comment section. And then if you really enjoyed this video, then boy, you're gonna love this one right over here. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.